Hello, it's Tosh Kanine, massage therapist of 27 years, and this is part 2 of my video series inspired to help you help your loved ones. So this video is going to be about your intake questions. So obviously you pretty much know your patient and you're not necessarily a professional massage therapist, so you don't need to ask them, a million questions. So I boiled this down to 2 important questions. The first one is you want to ask, is it okay for you to get a massage? Like, do they have the okay of their doctor? Have they gotten a proper diagnosis for whatever's going on with them, if they have chronic pain or whatever? And then from there, once you get the okay, you're going to put the onus on them basically to make sure it's okay for them to get a massage, since you're not necessarily a professional and this is most likely a family member. And then ask them how they're doing. Sometimes just asking someone, how are you today? Let them unburden themselves a little bit. That's part of the session. Just letting them express themselves, and you just listen. You don't necessarily have to give any feedback. You just let it go in and out. You're present. But you're also listening deeper. And when I say listening deeper, I mean, don't just listen to their words and what they're saying to you. Watch their body language. Sometimes people will take a nice inhale, exhale. You know that something released just from them talking. So that's another reason to just ask, how are you doing? And really make a space for them to actually tell you the truth of how they're doing. And then if you want to go deeper with the questioning, if there's someone who has pain on a regular basis, maybe say, how's your pain today? On a scale of 1 to 10, where are you today? And they might say, okay, I'm at a 5. You do your treatment and then ask them again, how do you feel? Maybe they're at a 3. Well, that's a success. Ultimately, we want to stick to the Hippocratic Oath and do no harm. So, you don't want them to feel worse after you work on them, even if they feel the same. But we always try to do our best, surrender the rest, and, hopefully they feel better. But even if they don't, it's still not your responsibility to heal them or make them feel better. So don't feel bad if they don't. The other thing is the deeper listening. I mentioned in the previous video about feeling that divine matrix, and, well, I call it the Holy Spirit. Some cultures call it Logos, the Ek, but it's a very real thing. It kind of animates everything. And there's energy fields around us. We are made up of energy, even though you see a physical body. I'm pretty practical and pragmatic, so when I'm working on people, I'm working on their physical body. But, after 27 years of doing this, I'd be pretty ignorant if I wasn't aware of this. So that's the only reason why I bring it up. You might start to notice it, and I don't want you to think you're crazy. So that deeper listening is, you might get an insight or a nudge. Oh, I'm working on this person's back. You're on the posterior shoulder. You're working away. And all of a sudden you get this insight. You might want to work on this front part of their shoulder, their chest, their pec. You don't know why, but if you follow that nudge, work there. That's the intuition. That's like that divine impulse kind of communicating with you. And these types of things are just going to happen more and more as you practice. And it's pretty cool. It's very humbling, I think. you know, you don't want to get an ego with this stuff. One of the reasons why I say just imagine that window and know that there's some kind of divine force coming through you, is because if you're so full of yourself and so full of what you want to happen in this session, and you want your goal to be achieved and this result, there's no room for that light to come through that window. So we want to stay open, we want to stay humble. And the more you do this and practice, the more it just humbles you, because you're like, wow, there's something to this. And it's just a wonderful contemplative time as a giver of body work. You know, when you're in that state of giving and you're not thinking about yourself, you're just wanting the best for someone else that you love, or in my case, you know, it's my clients. I don't necessarily love them, but I give love through what comes through. It's just great. You know, as physically demanding as this career is, and as you will see, it is as many tips and tools I'm going to give you, it's physical. But the contemplative aspect of it, and just how it develops your intuition, and the joy that you'll get out of being able to give something like this to someone you love and care about, I think you'll enjoy it. So if you like this video, please like it and subscribe so that you can see the rest of the series. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this. And again, I'm doing it so that I can help people help themselves, help their families. And there's a bonus. It can just bring you together. You know, it's just such a wonderful thing. And you don't have to be an expert. You know, it's a practice. And anybody, honestly, that's getting a free massage should be grateful. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. Give this a like if you enjoyed it. I appreciate you.